I was walking my dog this morning, that guy, and look what I found, just abandoned. This thing is so sick. I mean, the front brake caliper's just hanging off the side, and I think the rear linkage is completely just wrecked. But yeah, pretty cool find. On further inspection, I think I found out why someone just abandoned this. Yeah, that's just snapped. We're gonna need to do some welding. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This bike could have been stolen and then been abandoned after it broke. I was thinking the same thing, so just to be safe, I've made a post online to see if I can get in contact with the bike's owner. Despite the risk of harboring a stolen bike, I decided to start working on it anyway. Because the frame was cracked, which is usually considered the death of a bike, the chances of someone claiming it were close to zero. Before starting any project, it's a great idea to clean your space. The torn and retaped saddle was bothering me, so I decided to start there. I decided to replace the C-post and saddle with the original ones from my stolen Trek Marlin 5. Very fitting that after all this time they would return to a Trek. Next, I tackled that front brake caliper. I noticed it didn't have any brake pads, and since I've never replaced them before, I decided just to replace the whole caliper with one that I pulled off my friend's bike a couple years back. Okay, so it is day 2 of working on this bike. Where we're at pretty much. This caliper that I replaced the original caliper with, it's pretty much completely broken. As soon as I start kind of get over a certain point of braking, it just makes a clicking sound and no braking power whatsoever. So yeah, note to self, the caliper I pulled off my friend's bike because it was broken is still broken. But luckily, I think I have another one lying around. There's our caliper. That should work. Okay. It works, finally. The braking power is absolutely horrible. Yeah, it's not great, but at least it works. It's good enough. It might break in over time, or otherwise I might have to sand the rotor or something to make it better, but for now, this is okay. I'm happy with this. After oiling the rear brake light, I had no choice but to address the elephant in the room, the cracked rear triangle, or rear rectangle in this case. bike is an upgraded Trek VRX 200 from 1999. The chances of finding a replacement part for this bike after 24 years were slim to none, so I had no choice but to repair the part I had. Yes! I finally got a tack on, or so I thought. This is where I realized I made a huge oversight when starting this project. If I was dealing with any other metal, I would have finished welding by now. Most bike frames, including this one, are made from aluminium, one of the most challenging and tedious metals to weld. After doing some research, I discovered that to weld aluminium, you actually need something to heat it up to high temperatures with, and also a TIG welder, neither of which I have. It's also possible that the aluminium didn't weld because I didn't get enough views on my previous videos. If you want to increase the chances of it working in the next video, please go back to my old videos, rewatch them, and like them. This huge oversight meant that I wouldn't be using the frame. Both in my schooling and in my hobbies, chemistry ruined everything. I hate to end the video on a bad note, but at least I learned a lot. This certainly isn't the end for this project. I'll try to find a similar replacement part. If you know where I can find something like this, please mention it in the comments. My other option is to move all of the parts onto a new frame. Let me know which one you'd like to see more, and keep an eye out for part 2 of this story. Thank you for watching, and sorry